The only state, the only state where there are more men than women receiving Social Security. What state do you think it is? I'll tell you at the end of this video. Stay to the end of the video with a special announcement of how you can be a millionaire. Actually, put in your comments, pause it right now, tell me what state you think is the only one with more men than women receiving Social Security. So I love the Social Security supplemental. I just love it, man. It's fun. So much information there, and dude, why are you waiting until I come? Okay, and I just enjoy it, and it's just fun, man. Anyway, so oh man, we gotta make sure we gotta give to our tip to our guys who take care of our trash, and the trash guys are coming. We gotta make sure we give tips to our mailbox people. Gotta give tips to our trash guys. We don't have a newspaper anymore, so don't do that, but whatever. You always want to make sure you're giving tips to people who are working hard, man, and grunt work. I tell you, make sure you tip grunt workers. I remember I'll never forget when I was cleaning carpets in the DC area, and you get a $10, $15 tip, man, pay for your lunch. I tell you, man, that was is worth its weight in gold. Just to be rewarded for your grunt work and get a ticket. I'll never forget real quick, and I'll tell you what the state is here in just a second. But I was working in DC, Southeast DC. There's no white people back then. Might be now. Might be all the rich people have taken over, like they did Southeast DC and around Capitol Hill and whatnot. But there's this grandma. I had to park way far away, and this grandma had, they had the bars on their house and all that, and it's just, it was a rough neighborhood, man. I don't think it was Anacostia, but I had to park, and I had to take my, we had a buffer, and it was a heavy buffer you had to take when I worked for ChemDry. Anyway, long story short, so I'm, walking through the neighborhood, and again, there's not very many white people, if any. And I was fine. I mean, no one is in the daytime. I wasn't accosted or anything like that. But it's still got to put your head on a swivel. You just don't know. And the grandma was poor, and she's a widow, and she didn't have any money to tip me. I remember that. She goes, "I don't have any money to tip you. I just haven't had my carpets cleaned in years. I just want to reward myself or give myself a treat myself, if that makes sense." And I think it was around Christmas time. I can't remember what it was, but I just remember. And she goes, "But I made you some milk and cookies, man. That's gonna make me cry right now." Such a wonderful lady, and it's gonna make me cry thinking about it. I don't know why it makes me so emotional, but she goes, "I don't have any money to tip you. I appreciate you coming down here, and I made you milk and cookies." And let me tell you, I don't remember how good those cookies were, but an old black lady in Washington D.C. Let me tell you. Making cookies. Those cookies did not go unabused, if you know what I'm saying. I was chowing them like there's no business. It was just a tiny little house. Oh man, just the stuff that woman has seen, and she's still I wish I could be half the person that woman was. You know what I'm saying? Just a poor lady with bars in her house because her neighborhood has been run down because of clowns. That for some reason the politicians want to. I don't understand why the politicians sacrifice their good people for the freaking idiots who run rampant over the good people. It's such a freaking travesty. Anyway, God bless her. I'm sure she's passed on, and she's certainly with Jesus right now. That's just a fact. It's just a wonderful, wonderful woman. Oh, but, she voted for the Democrats. Oh, I mean, I don't know that, and you don't know that, but you think the Republicans care? No. I mean, at least the Democrats pretend they care. Where's the freaking Republicans playing on Social Security? Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's not out there. There's no Republican plan to fix Social Security other than that idiot Nikki Haley. We're going to raise the retirement age. There's nothing. At least the Democrats are trying to have a plan. The Republicans got a big fat nothing. And it's insane to me. There was some kind of a bipartisan plan. I forgot who it was to fix Social Security, but that got I forgot who it was. There's a guy out of Oregon. I forgot his name. The senator, I think, is out of Oregon. He's a lib, but he's pretty bipartisan. He's a good guy. I forgot his name, but anyway, he was working with some Republican. It wasn't Tom Cotton. I think it was a guy from Louisiana, Kennedy. But I might be mistaken there to fix Social Security. It's not getting treadway. But anyway, all right. So going back, So I don't know why I just went down that diatribe. I guess I'm emotional today because we went to a wake, an opening for last night for a high school girl that my wife knew the mom from back in the day, back when she was in Dale City, and she got killed in a car accident. She was just walking down the street, and some drunk guy struck her, and she was only 17 years old, and she was crushing. She had her whole life ahead of her, and she came to our house a couple times, or I think twice. We went to their house once, and my wife went to school with her mom in middle school and high school, the whole thing. And now today's Maddie's graduation from Georgia Tech. She's getting her master's degree. Today will be her graduation. We're heading down there at Georgia Tech in the house right there. And it'll be a long ceremony. And then I was talking to a guy yesterday who said, look, we might need my man Tim and Kim. And they said, Josh, we love you, but if the phone rings, we're going to have to hang up because one of our kids is expecting a baby any moment now. So God bless Tim and Kim and their newfound glory there with the baby that's coming. Hope that baby is healthy. Life is, it's amazing. I mean, it's sad, man. And secondly, by the way, when someone dies, please, for the love of the good Lord, read Joseph Bailey's book, Bayley. Joseph Bailey is back from 1960 or 1963, I can't remember, but back in the early to mid 60s on what to say when someone dies, you know what I'm saying, to the family if someone dies, because I think he lost a couple kids, I can't remember, and all these people coming up to him like, oh, well, they're in a better place, and you don't want to hear that. Oh, you'll get over the pain. You don't want to hear that. Oh, I remember when my dog died. You don't want to hear any of that. You just want a hug and to say, I'm sorry for your loss. That's all you got to say. Don't say anything more. Don't say, I remember when my kid did. No, don't do that. I know you're trying, but don't. All you can do is, I'm sorry for you, I'm here for you, and a hug. And that's all you can do. My wife freaking crushes. She said to the woman, she goes, I just want you to know that you're a great mom to her. I'm not going to say the girl's name, but you're a great mom to her. I said, man, where'd you come up with that? That was fantastic. She goes, it just hit me. I said, well, that's God speaking, dude. God told you what to say, because she's like, I don't know what to say. I said, don't say anything. Just say, I'm sorry, and I'm here for you. Give her a hug. And then I heard my wife say, I just want you to know you were a great mom. You're a great mom to her. And I said, man, how'd you come up with that? She goes, I don't know, it just came out of my mouth. I said, that's freaking God right there. Or the Holy Spirit. Anyway. So don't love what you got, man, because you don't know how long it's going to be. That's for sure. And then, obviously, bad things do happen to good people. It's not a sign that God doesn't love you, because what's a bad thing? I mean, a bad thing is a atrocity to you. But people say, oh, well, I don't want to get into this now. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. All right, so the one state where there are more men than women, have you put it in there yet? It's Alaska. Alaska. I was wondering, why Alaska? And I guess the only thing I could possibly think is the oil lines and stuff like that. But, I mean, they got oil. We got oil in Louisiana, we got oil in Alabama, we got oil in Texas, we got oil in North Dakota, gas oil, Marcellus Shale up there in Pennsylvania, the Permian Basin in Texas, we got the one up in Williston, North Dakota. So it's just weird, like Alaska is the only state of all of them. Every other, it's not even close, by the way. Every other state is like, if you look at Social Security as a whole, about 50, what was it, I want to say 55, something like that, 55, 45 women and men. Now, I get it, because men die earlier, because we're discriminated against by society. That's what they have you believe, by the way. Why are men receiving less less Social Security? Well, there's inherently discrimination, kind of like the stupid wage gap. If there's anything dumber than the wage gap, I don't know what it is. What we got going on here? Hold on just a second. Gotta out in the middle of the road there. Ooh, we got a crash. All right. Yeah, crash. But there's more men in Alaska on Social Security than women. Every other state, nothing is even close. Nothing's close. Isn't that weird? Why? The only thing I think is oil lines, or maybe the Eskimos, or the whatever lives in Alaska, the whatever they are up there, the American Indians of Alaskan descent, whatever that is. I don't know what it's called. Oh, you're so racist. I just don't know. Educate me on what Native Alaskans are called. First tribe, First Nations, whatever they're called. Maybe they have more men than women. I don't know. I think it's interesting, though. Why would Alaska have more men than women? Unless a Navy flotilla. You know what I'm saying, you Navy boys? And a flotilla of Navy ships happen to park outside of Alaska. You know what I'm saying, Navy boys? Yeah, a Navy flotilla. That is funny. I just came up with that. Oh my goodness, that is funny. Because you know what the Navy is known for, right? It's known for their big boats, among other things. All right, so before I offend more people, I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna go get Maddie some balloons, Georgia Tech balloons, so we can go down to her graduation. It's gonna be fun. So God bless. Remember, you guys are here. When I first dropped Maddie off at Georgia Tech as a freshman, you guys were here. I don't even know. I had like 9,000 subscribers back then. I can't remember. I don't think I had 9,000. I might have had 6,000. And I did a video there dropping her off, and I was crying like a freaking banshee in the nighttime. And now here we are graduating 5.5 years later. Isn't that nuts? And you guys are still here. Some of you guys are still. Many of you guys have left because of my politics and my quest for truth. And I yammer, and I don't get to the point. And I should do better videos like Rob Berger and other guys who edit their videos and have all the good stuff in there. And I don't do that. And you yap. And if I want to hear a rant, I'll listen to somebody else. Sorry. God bless. We'll see you.